I'm gonna go off script for a little minute, and you'll get what I'm talking about because it's very warranted. Before there, it was Dame time, it was Miller time. Before there was Dang Dang, there was Boom Baby. And it's very warranted because this man that I'm about to introduce for your Hometown Hero Award is this year's honoree, Reggie Miller. But you can't talk about the Pacers basketball without Reggie Miller. He spent his entire 18-year career here with the Pacers. One of the greatest shooters in the NBA history. He's the one of only 5 jerseys retired by the Pacers. Now, before I introduce him, I came here to play with him. And I respect all the players that I've played with, especially on Indiana's team. And I'm gonna tell you a story. I've been debating whether I should tell you this. I don't even know if he remembers. But we're playing against Utah. And we call a timeout. And there's Rick Carlisle and Larry Bird as my coach. And they drew up a play for Reggie Miller. And it was supposed to get the ball to him because we didn't have a comfortable lead, but we needed this bucket. So it was drawn up for Reggie. All right, timeout is over, and I'm walking out with Reggie, and he says, "You pop out." And I'm like, for a second, for a minute, I'm thinking like, this man wants me to make this shot. And all of a sudden, I'm like, do I listen to my coaches who just wrote up the play, or do I listen to Reggie Miller? So obviously, I listen to Reggie Miller because he knows best. But the thing about that is he made my day. I did pop out, but he made my day because he had the faith in me that I could make the shot. And the thing about Reggie, he was a consummate player I thought of at that time. Now the guy down the street was taking all the oxygen. I thought he would have the face, he should be the face of the NBA at the time. But I respected him a great deal, not only because of that, but because of his tenacity and his workouts and how he approached the game. Every time and every day, I was there with him. I mean, he was there, even there 2 hours before the game. I don't even know, he might have slept, after the shoot around there. But the thing is, he was a guy that we all respected and we wanted to support. Will you please welcome your hometown hero, Reggie Miller.
We are New York, and we love basketball. We're gonna take it off, 'cause we're the New York Knicks.
Reggie Miller, what's up, baby? What's up, Larry? I just want to say, this is my brother.
You better be careful now.
No, it's...
You better be careful now.
It's all love. Peace and love. Come here. I asked, when several years ago, I asked Reggie, the people ask about our relationship, and what do you say?
We're linked together.
And it happens to me. We love each other. That thing happened almost 30 years ago. We are friends, we love each other, and as I get older, I've understood that grudges, you gotta let that stuff go. Let that Larry, you know what I'm talking about. You gotta let that stuff go. Life is too short. I love this guy. Thank you.
Thank you, Spike. Thank you. And if there was going to be any problems, Dale, I got my other half of my Davis boys over there, Dale Davis. He's always ready. He's always ready to scrap. Thank you, Big Smooth. How good would Sam Perkins be in today's game, right? a big man that can pick and pop and shoot like Big Smooth. I'm floored and honored to be here and to look out, number one, to see all these unbelievable legends. I'm shaking because I don't consider myself a legend, not amongst the people that are in this room, but to see the love and a lot of my former teammates, to come back home, it's humbling because when you're put in a position like a lot of us are in this room, playing a game that you love, it's kind of ironic to be a hometown hero because you're doing what you love and you're supporting the people that you love and you're helping out a community and a fan base that supports and actually loves you. So to become a hometown hero, you're doing what God put you on the planet to do. And to me, that's help other people. I think that's why we're in this position, is to be like a Jalen Rose and help other people. Jalen, iron sharpens iron, my friend. You know, I always go back to that game 1 versus Philadelphia when we were the first set of teammates to get 40 plus. And I remember third and fourth quarter when we were killing AI and the Sixers, and we're coming up to, you take them. No, 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 you take them. No, you take them. Iron sharpens irons, my friend. Rick Smits, the Dunkin' Dutchman. Man. Meta. I'll call you Ron Ron because that's how I know you as Ron Ron. You talk about a dude that could absolutely put the fear of God just by looking at you. And I'm glad he was on our side. Thank you, brother. I appreciate your love. I wouldn't be here without the support, obviously, of my family. A lot of you know, just like Jalen going through his point person, Gail D'Agostino, who has been with me for the last 30 or so years, who sets everything up. This is awesome. The Simon family. You know, we see Mark Cuban and all these newer age owners all huddled up with the team and hanging out, trying to be cool. Herb Simon, Mel Simon, and the whole Simon family, they were doing that in the 80s and the 90s with us. They've been doing this for so long. Congratulations to you, Herbie, and the Simon family, the best owners in any and of all the professional sports. Congratulations to you on a finalist for the NBA, Rick Fusion, Pacers Entertainment. It's always good to come home. I don't get to come home very often other than when we're working with Turner, but I get to see the faces. I mean, this panel here, I mean, that's why I'm wearing my first uncle, the beloved Mel Daniels, God rest his soul. To hear these guys speak, and this is what it's all about. And Adam, you should make it a mandate that today's players attend these brunches because they need to hear these stories from these men, from Spencer. The reason why a lot of these guys are making 30, 40, 50 million. Spencer Haywood, the sacrifice he made. To hear Dr. J and Oscar, Dave Bing. This is awesome. To me, those are the real hometown heroes because, you know, quick story, you know, I flew in on Wednesday and on our flight was Oscar Robertson. I'm shaking. I had a mask on. He didn't know who I was, but to watch how people were coming up to him, and I wanted to go up to Oscar and say something, that's how I look at you guys. That's how I look at the great ABA players in these are legends. You guys are legends. Did I go up to Oscar? I pulled down my mask. I don't know if he even knew who I was, but he didn't care. Because you know why? That's Oscar Robertson. And he earned that respect for me to say thank you, Mr. Robinson. I didn't call him Oscar or the big O, it was Mr. So thank you guys. I truly appreciate being a hometown hero. but we all are, because this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to give back to our community, and we're supposed to give back to people that look up to us. To me, that's what a real hometown hero is all about. So thank you. Thank you very much. And now it's my privilege to present the Legend of the Year award to Larry Legend, Larry Bird. A 12-time All-Star, a 3-time champion, and 2-time NBA Finals MVP, Larry won the league MVP in 3 consecutive years. He's also the only player to win the three-point contest while still wearing his warm-up jacket. While Larry's NBA playing career was in Boston, his heart never left Indiana. He joined the Pacers and was the NBA Coach of the Year and the Executive of the Year, becoming the only person to win those 2 honors in addition to NBA MVP. And if you guys want to know what pressure is playing for Larry Bird, as Big Smooth, Jalen, they can attest to, playing for Larry Bird and having to go to Boston and win those games in Boston for Larry Bird. And by the way, we were 7-1 in those games, and I apologize, Larry, for losing that one game. But those were pressure. The man who I patterned my game after, the Legend of the Year, Larry Joe Bird.
Good afternoon. I have not hit a jump shot in over 30 years, and here I am. Come on. You know, on Thursday night we had the open ceremonies, and had the privilege of shaking Freddie Lewis's hand. That touched me. I love Freddie Lewis. He played the ABA. He was a point guard, very good player. See, I'm an ABA guy. I grew up with the ABA because that's all we get on our TV. My dad go out and tell me how to turn the antenna, and you holler at me, turn it back. That's how we got the ABA games. But I was a big ABA guy, and still is. And I played against a lot of the ABA players. But I just wonder, we have all these legends in here that paved the way for us. If we never got a college scholarship, will we ever be able to play in the NBA? I don't think so. I think that scholarship that we got in college paved the way for us because we couldn't afford to go to college. You know, if I walked in and asked my dad for money to go to college, he ain't got no money. He'd probably slap me upside the head and go get a job like I did. But I know everybody in here that had an opportunity to get to college and paved the way, and I know for myself that once I got in the league, it was a blessing. It paved the way for my family and I to have a great life, live a great life. I mean, it's just unbelievable of how things turned out for me. I competed hard. I played the game the way it was supposed to be played. I played injured, and I played with a lot of pride. So I owe everything to the NBA, and a lot of players I played against had some great teammates in Boston. I also got to coach for 3 years some of the finest young men you could ever be around. We didn't win a championship, but we got there. We won a lot of games. And after that, I was very fortunate. Herb Simon let me come in the front office for over 20 years. So I've been around a lot. I know what this league is all about, and I'm very proud of it. I'm proud of today's players. I like the game they play. It opened up for a lot of the players to be able to do some things and show their skills. Unlike back in the 80s when on the East Coast we hold and grab and push and fight and whatever it took to win games. But I like our game now. The one thing I would really like to see is they play hard tonight in this All-Star game. I think it's very important when you have the best players in the world together. You got to compete, and you got to play hard, and you got to show the fans how good they really are. So I hope you enjoy your weekend. I'm enjoying mine. Have a good All-Star game.